Well, hello, welcome, beautifuls. I'm back. I'm so sorry I've been neglecting you, my twin flame fellows. I'm Veronica Rosa, your emotional wellness and life coach, and I've been manifesting my dreams into reality and running from one state to another. I was living in Florida for 7 years, and then we moved to Puerto Rico, where I'm creating a wellness center to host wellness retreats for women. And now we are temporarily in North Carolina. So I've been moving around a lot. I've also been working on my Women's Guide to Emotional Wellness workbook, and also working on my Cooking with Purpose platform. So I just been really busy. I didn't mean to neglect you, my loves. So this is a twin flame reading. I just pulled out some cards before I started so I can do a twin flame update. And right away, look, came out twin flames mirroring shared feelings and reflections. And so we're gonna just do a energy check-in, so emotional wellness check-in into your chakras, your emotional energy center. And we have here the Judgment, waiting. We have the Lovers. And so definitely twin flame vibes are strong here. Twin flames, the yin and the yang. It's the masculine and the feminine, and that's just not like you and your partner. It's the masculine and the feminine energies within ourselves. And so being a twin flame, it's much more than finding your soulmate, your forever after, your partner, your husband. um it's a lot deeper than that. Twin flames are here to be awakened, to to break free from old belief systems that are no longer serving them. And through your twin, you are triggered to look deep down within yourself, within your emotional energy center, and see, why am I being triggered? Why am I not going forward with these wishes, these desires? Why am I being blocked? And a lot of people will say, oh, I'm cursed. And so I'm gonna help you take charge of your life, take control, and break free from emotional blocks that are holding you from obtaining your life goals, of obtaining your soulmate love, and manifesting your dreams into reality. And so the yin and the yang, I definitely see heaviness between the root chakra and your crown chakra. So for me, the twin flames, the root chakra is the masculine energy, the crown chakra is the feminine energy. And so it's learning how to bring both into balance so that you're healthy within yourself, radiating healthiness, a healthy relationship, healthy finances, um, healthy, healthy life. Happy wife, happy wife, happy life. And so the twin flame dynamics, the push and pull, the runner and chaser dynamics, the yin and the yang, the polar opposites that attract, the codependency relationships. So can get the twin flame journey can fall in very dangerous waters when it comes to breaking free from those old toxic behavior patterns that were built within ourselves through either personal experiences, or through um, ancestor experiences that was taught, and habits that were taught down to us. And so now us as twin flames, we learn how to break free from those old patterns, those old belief systems, to break generational curses. And by doing that, we promote forgiveness, gratitude, which brings joy and peace into our emotional energy center, which then translates into manifesting whatever it is that you're wanting to, whatever it is that you desire. So I feel like this energy, this twin flame energy, is very much, there is there's a disconnect when it comes to your sacral chakra. Maybe you're feeling a lack of intimacy, or maybe you're avoiding intimacy. You may feel uncomfortable with your own body, or you may be suppressing your emotions, uh, um, possibly making you feel disconnected or empty. So there is a, like, you're lusting, you're yearning, and it may be both are mirroring, but there's a lack of communication here, and there's a lack of moving forward. And so there's a judgment call. You're being called to step up to the plate and say what it is it that you want. I feel that strongly, your desires, your lovers, you know who your lover is. You already associate them with being your twin flame. There is this sense of victory, of pride, um, of knowing that you just may already know, like, I'm in a twin flame relationship, and I know who he is. I'm proud and I'm moving forward. Yet there's still healing that needs to be done, and main healing, the most of the healing that needs to be done right now is in your sacral and in your throat chakra. And so there's maybe that you may be avoiding intimacy or feeling uncomfortable in your body. You may be avoiding confrontation, avoiding speaking up for yourself, avoiding communicating your needs effectively. Because in the solar plexus, I feel like there is this unconditional love, this like you're satisfied with within yourself. You have pride, you're confident, you're just, it's just a very beautiful bright yellow energy. So a happy go lucky energy. um in your heart, it is showing that you are trying, you're fighting, you are thriving when it comes to forgiveness, practicing forgiveness, and practicing having gratitude. And then again, like, what's stopping you though is, so like the very heaviness is up here in your crown chakra. And so perhaps you're like waiting for something to change. Perhaps you don't want to lose control, or you don't know how to let go of control. And so it's kind of like you are aware of this, that you're on a twin flame journey and you have this self-confidence, but at the same time you may ask yourself, have I let this gone too far? Am I crazy? Am I overdoing it? Am I waiting for something that's not going to work out? And so you may be feeling overwhelmed with with emotionally overwhelmed, because all you want is this intimacy, and for some reason there is this non-committal energy when it comes to your sexual energy, and something is just very very much forbidden, or just it has you in the hermit mode. You're looking for deeper meaning. Maybe you're looking for looking how to bond on a deeper level with your twin flame. And so you're having a hard time, or you have the need to speak up, and perhaps maybe like in your heart you've already forgiven them, but you have a hard time communicating that you are sorry, and that you forgive, and communicating to apologize. And I see that it's a lot because you're still very much in this victim mentality. And so you may feel like, well, why should I have to apologize? They should apologize to me first, or they're the ones that should apologize to me for abandoning me, for so I have a feeling like this is a sense of feeling abandoned or rejected. Maybe you just haven't been able to be close with that person, to have that intimacy, bonding, that sensual, sexual um, um, intimacy. But you still have, like, in your head, in your knowledge, in your heart, that this is the man for you. This is your twin flame. And actually, both of you guys are mirroring. So you guys both have shared feelings. Um, and so on both sides, there's a need to heal the sacral chakra. So enjoying your creativity through hobbies, feeling comfortable expressing your emotions, and expressing healthy forms of emotional and physical connection. So you may have been used to, having a lot of sex, or being using sex or your sexuality as a way to charm or manipulate or control somebody. And perhaps maybe now you feel that you don't have that same, or maybe it's not even that you don't have it, or that you can't. Maybe it could be that you no longer want to work in that broken, toxic, old ways of being. And so yeah, I could see this judgment. With this judgment here, it is like a cycle of, like, of a growth. So you're stepping up. Is you're gonna go up, or you're gonna go down? Which way are you gonna go with the judgment card? And so it could be that you are overcoming, you are healing, because I do see a lot of healing, a lot of energy of knowledge and power. Like, you know the secrets, the secret knowledge of this twin flame destiny, that you cannot talk with just any person, right? Because they're gonna think you're crazy. But it's like, you know that, and you understand that this has to do with healing. You've been working on yourself. You feel confident with yourself, with your lovers, with your situation, with your personal power, um, and your knowing. But there's still a fear of expressing emotions, expressing yourself. It reminds me a lot of myself when I had to learn, because I used to be very fiery, a little fiery Latina. I was raised in the Midwest and Wisconsin, And so it was a culture change. I was born on the border of Mexico and Arizona. Well, it was nothing but Mexican families, to moving up north where there was nothing but white, predominant white. And I moved to Janesville, Wisconsin, so it was very, very a racist town there for me. Um, let's see, why was I going that way? And so it has to do with like some fears, right? Fears of expressing yourself, fears of being a backlash of not. Oh, okay, yeah, yeah, that's where I was going. Okay, very racist town right there, but completely different social, cultural norms. So for Latinos, for us in my family, it was like, shut up. You don't have. You're a kid. You don't have you don't get a say so, or stop crying and get to work. Like, we don't have the luxury of expressing emotions, or what we think that emotions is a luxury, and we don't get to speak about that because we have to get to work to have our needs be met, of food, shelter, and just having your basic needs being provided. And so, and for us back then, emotion seemed like a luxury, and we didn't have the time or the luxury to be able to express yourself emotionally. And if you did, then you're opening up yourself to be vulnerable. Then then that just comes, if you give a mouse a cookie, then what else comes after that? So in my twin flame journey, I really did have to learn how to speak emotionally, because I was like firecracker, and it's like I had a lot of control. I had a lot of belief systems, and I thought things were supposed to be, cookie cutter, the way the marketing and advertisements, the commerce has created our society here in the United States. And so a lot of times in this twin flame journey, you will meet a partner who is in from a different country, or from a different age era. So there's a disconnect as to like your social norms. So my husband is Puerto Rican. My twin flame is Puerto Rican. And again, I was born in Arizona in the 80s, was raised in the Midwest. And at the age of 11 was when I started to see, like, you know um, mothers, well, let's just say white mothers with their little kids, their little babies, and saying, oh, John, um giving them the opportunity to express their feelings and their needs and their wants and their desires, and them negotiating with the child. That never happened in the Latino family. It was like, shut up, you do what I say you gotta do, and get to work. And that's that. And if there's, be careful you don't get a spanking or the bell or a chancla thrown at you. And so, to become vulnerable, emotionally vulnerable, and speaking your needs, speaking that could be completely different from not only what you are used to, from what your mother is used to, from what your grandmother, from the people who raised you are used to. And so you are now being triggered. And you kind of probably ask yourself, if this is my love, this is my twin flame, this is my soulmate, and we're doing so good, then why is this happening? Why do I have, you guys have this discord in this when it comes to intimacy? And again, it could be on both sides, but it may look differently on both sides. So this is kind of reminding me of another scenario or situation, because this could come in different layers of of learning how to communicate your emotional needs, because there is a need for forgiveness, a need for compassion, a need for gratitude, to be able to calm the mind down so that you can think logically and not emotionally. And so there's that the first initial, I had to go through a lot of therapy and be taught, and they say, well, just say, I feel when you do this, I feel insecure. And oh, hell no, I didn't want to give them any inklings as to, back then I wouldn't even journal in a journal. I would not have a diary. I was scared of somebody reading it and knowing. So, and then if I let that person know, oh, when you do this, it makes me feel sad. So now I just gave them ammunition to manipulate my emotions through with the information I give them. Oh, she feels sad every time I do that. I know how to get to her, and so became very protective, very, because I was very much in the victim mentality. So 2211. That's funny. I just saw the number 2211, and I am a master. My life path, I am a master number 11, and my twin is a master number 22. So we are master numbers. We've been triggered greatly in different areas of our lives to break free from those emotional um, patterns and belief systems that were holding us back from our true destinies and our true potential. And so first, before I go off on the side, I want to come back to becoming vulnerable and learning how to communicate and saying, okay, I don't care if I give them the ammunition, but I need to trust. Instead of being a victim, I'm going to be a survivor. I am going to be a warrior, and I'm going to take my power back and expressing myself, my needs, speaking my mind without fear, and being able to listen to others' perspectives without feeling um, judged, and so that we can engage in a meaningful conversation, because that helps build trust. That also helps build trust. And so maybe you are withholding information in fears that that information will be taken the wrong way. Even just the fact of you withholding that, even though there's nothing really big or malice about that, it's just, I'm scared that if I tell them that I feel insecure with my with my body, um 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 that they will use that against me. And so there's just a lot of information that's coming in through. Okay, so there's that situation. The first original, okay, when you do this to me, you make me feel. Oh, that's like the classic therapy sessions, then the big one, right? So finally you get over that hump and you start speaking in that language. When you do this, you make me feel. And at first, they may hear that and be like, oh, shut up, be quiet, and ridicule you, or um what's that word, like make fun of you for it. They may even laugh at the way you're communicating. Oh, you're speaking white now, shut up. And so there's different levels of communications that it's like layers of an onion. So you slowly you peel that layer back, and then you peel the next layer back. And so then that was like the first original way of me breaking free from fear of communicating my needs, my fears. I don't feel comfortable. I feel overweight. I feel insecure. I feel jealousy. Being able to admit that to yourself first. I'm not jealous. I'm confident. I'm not confident. I'm uh, conceited. There's a difference. So and then even like years after, okay, now my twin flame, I conquered him. We got married. I was successful, happily ever after. But still, we still have this lack of intimacy in bonding sexually, not sexually, but um, um, there was, I guess, self-confidence, a fear of not feeling self-confidence. And so then that will also mirror in your partner, but it may look different. So there came to a point in my twin flame journey that we we were married already. We were already married, and we when we became married, I had all these belief systems that the man should do this and the woman should do that. And when the man didn't do what the woman said that the man should do, or when the man didn't do what society's marketing um, has installed in my belief system, because what was in my belief system was not in his belief system. Again, so he's from Puerto Rico, I'm from Arizona, raised in the 80s. And I'm thinking, Chris, on Valentine's Day, you're supposed to come with chocolates, roses, and a card and a teddy bear. On Easter, you have to come with an Easter basket with all your favorite treats. On St. Patrick's, you get put on green and pinch somebody if they're not wearing green. And if you're age, you go and you get drunk. I mean, there's like these belief systems. Oh, Cinco de Mayo, oh, you're tequila. We're supposed to go out and have tequila. Like that marketing and our society has created with ourselves. Even like for Christmas, I thought on the 24th, my belief system was that we get together, we make a big dinner on the 24th, maybe at midnight. Grandma or some of us will go to church, and after church we come home around midnight, or and open presents under the tree, and big old family. And then on the 25th, the adults have hangovers and eat menudo, and we play with our presents, and then take down the tree and clean the house and get ready for the next day. In Puerto Rico, and just now, like, I've been with my twin for I think 13, 14 years. We've been married coming up on 8 years. And just now, because we just now we're moving to Puerto Rico, creating a wellness center in Puerto Rico. And so I was in Puerto Rico from November to January of this year. And so like 13, 14 years later is now that I'm really understanding why on the 24th, during our first 7 years of being in this twin flame runner chaser, triggered every Christmas, every holiday, he had a different belief system, because his father was raised without a mother. So when his father got with my husband's mother, he didn't know how to act as a family with the mother, because he wasn't raised that way. So he would leave the mom and the kids, and he would go out and hang out with his friends. And so these are behavior habits that we learn and teach our children, and then we just, oh, well, that's how things go. That's how they're supposed to be. So my husband wasn't raised with the 24 big old party and Christmas and church and, dinners and all that, sitting at the table. And the Puerto Ricans, they really don't do the 24. They do Los Días de los Reyes. So that's like in January. So it takes a while for, I mean, a while, from the 24th to the 1st. By the 1st, we already have everything packed up and everything's over. So at the beginning of the relationship, and even like still now, I'm still trying to fight how my belief systems really no longer serves us. I had to learn how to accept my partner, and and on Valentine's Day, or that something didn't go the way I thought it was supposed to be, for based on my belief system, and I thought, you don't love me. But I know that this is my twin. But why do we have this issue right here? But I didn't know how to also communicate that, because I didn't know that that was an issue, a problem. Once I opened up the doors and maybe explained, hey, this is what I my see, so when you go start thinking about forgiveness and returning and saying sorry, you open up the doors in your throat chakra to speak without fear, and say, listen, this is what I'm used to, and this is what I'm thinking, this is, excuse me, how I expect things to be. And then they may say, what, really? And, oh no, that's not at all what I was thinking. This is how I was born, and this was how I was raised, and this is how I'm thinking about it. Really? Oh wow. So now that conversation now builds intimacy and bonding, without having to use your sexuality or your body as a way to strengthen the relationship. It's actually, you're actually using your creativities and feeling comfortable speaking about expressing your emotions as a form of a healthier emotional and physical connection. And that's in your sacral chakra. So again, like layers of an onion, there's a lot of different combinations here that we're talking about here today. We're talking about healing your sacral chakra, your throat chakra, and how that looks like. And so, as you're learning and growing and you're doing things differently, things that you never acted in a way, you may feel a little lost, a little confused, a little withdrawn, as you are searching the path, your path. Not your mom's path, not your great grandparents, not your great ancestors, not your twins' path. Your path. And by doing that, you will heal your sacral. You will heal your throat chakra as you begin to speak without fear, and listen without feeling taking things personally. So yeah, in the crown chakra, we have the Four of Pentacles, the Two of Wands, and the Ace of Cups. Again, I feel like this is just all tying everything into that trust of, okay, yep, there's something that I missed here. Okay, yeah, well, I was talking about the masculine and the feminine energy. My husband was very masculine and very feminine. He can become even toxic masculine, where it's very narcissistic, mind conquer and divide, me. And for myself, I was very empathic, very toxic empathic, where I was like just giving at my own cost, not setting healthy boundaries, not putting myself first. And so I had to learn, after being, so we were together for like 14 years. um the first 7 years we were not married. The second half of the first half of the marriage, I was very much like in my masculine energy. I think maybe I had a healthier balance. Once I got married, after the 7 years, I felt that through religion, through our our society, our cultural norms was to turn in your power, your masculine power, once you got married to the man. And you cook, you clean, you wait for him, you attend to him, and that's being a good girl, a good wife. I thought submissive was the honorable thing to do. And actually, being submissive is a toxic trait to have. And so we became into a point in our marriage where when we got married, it's kind of like I became very submissive and thinking that that's honorable thing, and actually that repelled him. He knew he had me, and so we had like this runner chaser type of deal going on. And then I got depressed, I gained more weight, he kept going to work, made more money, started making friends, going out. And so it came to a point where we had this fallout. Even though I knew he was my twin, I had confidence, I loved him, I had this unconditional love, I still felt like we had lots of sex and everything when we were together. But we still had this a brokenness of our intimacy, of our bonding. There was lacking lust. Lust was lacking and creating a division. Long story short, what I realized is that I had to take my power back, because once I gave him my power, all of my masculine power, I turned in. Now I was all straight. I was heavy in my feminine energy, and feminine energy is like calm, pensive, attentive, submissive. Toxic feminine energy is, and that's, maybe you think that you're being honorable and doing the right thing, but in reality it's repelling him, because you need to be triggered into finding fullness within yourself. We always have to have a healthy balance of the masculine and feminine energy within ourselves. Then that brings in your masculine energy um within balance within himself. And that means that you are speaking up when you feel the need to speak up, without the fear of being abandoned or misunderstood. um and so I came to a day that we were almost like about to like divorce. We're like in separating terms. We're living together, but like separate. And all of a sudden it hit me. I turned in all my masculine power, and I've been putting all of my energy on him. He was my I depended on him to go to the gym, for him to get off of work to take me to the gym. Financially, I wasn't working, so I depended on him financially. Depended on him to eat. I depended on him to speak, to converse with. Like, I had no friends because I moved to Florida. I had no family relationship. Like, I wasn't communicating with them. Him was like my whole world. And I was just sitting at home, being a good wife, not going anywhere, not speaking with anybody, not even doing my makeup, because I became depressed and anxious. And what was the point? I'm just gonna sit here and wait for him to come home and feed him and then go to bed. So why waste makeup? And so it was this mindset of being super submissive that I thought was the humbled, healthy thing or honorable thing to do. And when I realized that no, I was actually even putting a lot of unwanted energy on him, of like possessiveness, neediness, and that just like it made him more heavy on his shoulders. Like, he could feel that energy. So instead of coming home and being with me, looking at each other, stone facing each other, and or fighting, he would just get up and take a shower and leave, go to the bar. So instead of it's changed when he came home one day, and instead of me, you piece of shit, you ain't home, you're not a man, you're not a husband, you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, which would repel him even more, I apologized. And he was so shocked. He didn't run. He sat down and he wanted to listen. And I said, I am so sorry. I put all of my needs on you. I wait for you to take me to the gym. I wait for you. I've put too much on you. And he listened to me. And I said, I forgive you for abandoning me. I forgive you for going out. But I realize now, as much as I was pointing my finger at you, I had three fingers pointing back, and it's really a lot of me that I need to heal and cure. And he loved that talk and everything, but he didn't like me actually trying to take my power back, my control back. So there was, a tug of war still a few months later of learning um, how to have a graceful balance where it's not too yin and not too yang. And so that is the point of the twin flame, to help awaken each other, our triggers, how to Christianity, if you're in Jesus, he always had his heart in flames and the peace sign, how to live in peace and how to live in love. And you do that by forgiveness and having gratitude, and it's still no longer being angry for whatever the fact that it is. Maybe he cheated, maybe he looked at somebody else, maybe that caused some kind of insecurity within the body and the intimacy of the relationship. But those triggers cause you to awaken. And may this be your message for you to fit it in your life as you see fit. I give you my personal story as an example. Um, and we're all made differently. But I know that once I finally acknowledged, admitted the truth to myself, and I reacted accordingly, and I apologized, and I said, you know what? Yeah, you have been at the bars, you have been hanging out with, all of your friends, and you've been doing things that you're not supposed to be doing, but I forgive you. I see my fault in this too. I was being too submissive being toxic. So now going from a submissive to a healthy version of myself means I have to start reacting and acting differently from what I'm used to. And that gray line feels funny, it feels uncomfortable, you're insecure, you're unsure, you question and you doubt yourself. But be sure that holding your throat chakra, your expression, having fears of speaking your truth for fear of being abandoned or being misunderstood. Just maybe it means that you need practice in the way you approach a situation. So instead of being a victim and feeling, oh, you did this to me, you did that to me, think about um, gratitude. So think about how grateful you are for a situation, what you learned from it, and what you can take out going forward, and then start practicing every day new daily habits. And that's being the curse breaker. And that's what the twin flames are here for. We are the generational curse breakers, and this is how we break through these generational curses, as we break through past traumas, emotional traumas that have blocked us, and the way we think and the way we react that then blocks us from manifesting our true desires. And so a lot of people have been heartbroken to the point where they cannot forgive. It takes practice, it's not easy. And it's all about the law of attraction, continuing keeping the positive thoughts, open lines of communication, be creative, and be curious. Instead of having anger or resentment or fear or doubt, be curious. And that's why we break from toxic energies that have you feeling skeptical, irritated, rage, lonely, inadequate, depressed, guilt or hurt or jealous, anxious, insecure, again, submissive, or just confused. All of that energy is broken through thoughts of being aware, of being creative, being playful, feeling sexy, being daring and exciting and cheerful and proud, being hopeful, feeling important and intelligent, feeling faithful and confident, being thankful and loving and intimate and responsive, thoughtful, pensive, and at peace. That is love. That is God. And that's what we're breaking free from the old ways of thinking due to emotional hurt. And so I encourage you to apologize and let go of fear of being heard. Use your voice to communicate your specific fears, your doubts, your insecurities with trust. Trust that whatever information you say and lay out, that is going to be taken, um, and not always, and don't expect it to be an immediate, oh, I'm so sorry. Most of the times that I have the biggest impact on my husband, I'll say something and he'll blow up. They'll say something and whatever, he'll leave and I'll leave, go to their separate rooms or whatever. And even like days later, and a lot of times it's not even, he doesn't come back to me and say, hey, yeah, I agree, or yeah. It's usually like weeks later he's having a conversation with a friend or a family member, and he'll mention, oh yeah, Veronica said you should, this and that, and we should do that, and like he's agreeing, and I'm like, what? But he never expressed that to me. So we're both learning how to be better communicators, how to be vulnerable with expressing our emotions. So I hope that helps. I hope that's valuable to you. If you like, you can book your personal reading with me. Let me put the link in the chat. You can book a personal 30-minute private reading through Calendly, and I will put the link in the chat. If you'd like to book your personal reading at a special price today for $20 only to get to know me, and we can discuss your personal life and your wishes, your goals, your desires, and start practicing the law of attraction to manifest those dreams, those goals and desires into reality. I guarantee you can do it if you just put your mind to it. Hey. Alrighty, loves, I'll let you go. I feel all hyped up now. And I will try to be again on tomorrow. Bye. Can't make any promises. I have too much going on, but most definitely will try to keep this an ongoing thing to get back with my twin flame community on a daily, at least Monday to Friday. All right. See ya. Have a good one.